but she still has all of these bills to pay before her paycheck on the 15th is received. So she does not have enough money to pay her expenses. In this video, we will look at Brooke's numbers and budget for January. Brooke is single and she lives by herself. She spent a lot of money in December and only has $100 in her checking account. Her main concern right now is if she will have enough money to pay for her January expenses. Step 1 is to list the money available, the dates and the amounts. Her paycheck on 12/29 was for $14.80. After paying all her December expenses at the beginning of January, she will have $100 in her checking account. And then she gets another paycheck on the 15th, and that will be $14.80 also. So if we add those up, $14.80 plus 100 plus $14.80, that equals $3,060. Let's double check our math. $14.80 plus 100 plus $14.80. $3,060. The second step is to list expenses. The due date, what it is, and the amount. For most people, food, shelter, and transportation will make up a large portion of their expenses. Let's see what Brooke has. Brooke will have food. She allots $300 a month in her budget for that. As far as shelter, she will have rent, renter's insurance, electric, gas for her home. She has water and sewer. This is only in even months. So for January, she will have 0. She also has trash, which is $25. That's due on the 8th. Her renter's insurance is $18. That's due on the 10th. This one is rent for $1,200, due on the 1st. Electric is due on the 13th, and it's $150 is what she's budgeting. Gas for her house, she thinks it's going to be $50, and it will be due on the 27th. Then as far as transportation, her car is paid off, and she pays the car insurance every 6 months, so that is not due. So she only has gasoline for her transportation expense, and that's going to be $150. Other bills she has due on the 12th is her cable and internet bill for $142. For $92, she has her cell phone, which is due on the 18th, and then on the 25th, she has her credit card. And she's only going to budget for the minimum amount for January. And then other spending, she likes to put $300 for all her other spending combined. And if we add all of these up, 300 plus 1,200 plus 18 plus 150 plus 50 plus 25 plus 150 plus 142 plus 92 plus 115 plus 300, that comes to 2542. Let's check that. 300 plus 1,200 plus 18 plus 150 plus 50 plus 25 plus 150 plus 142 plus 92 plus 115 plus 300. 2542. And her money available is 3,060 minus 2542 for her expenses. 3060 minus 2542. She will have $518 left over. So step 3, we want to put these in the order we want to pay them, and we want to put that on another sheet of paper. So right now she's going to need rent. That should be her first bill. She's also going to need food and gasoline at the very beginning of the month. She likes to have her spending money available at the beginning of the month. And then what would be next? Her trash, due on the 8th, and then the 10th would be, and then the 12th, and the 13th. Water sewer is due on the 24th. So 8 was the 13th. Then it looks like the next one would be the 18th. That'll be number 9. And then the 24th would be 10. 25th would be 11. And 27 would be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we have 12 numbers. So let's move these to another page. Across the top, we're going to list her money and when it will be available. So at the very beginning of the month, she will have the $1,480 from her 12/29 pay check. And then she will have the $100 that'll be available on the 1st, and that will be in her checking account. And then the other money she will have available will be the $1,480, but this one is not going to be available until she gets paid on the 15th. And if we total these, this will be $1,580. Now, her expenses in the order that she wanted to pay them. We have 1 through 12. One is rent due on the 1st for $1,200. That's the amount, what it is, and due. Second one, food for $300. Gasoline for $150. This is where she wanted her other spending for $300. Then on the 8th, it's trash for $25. Number 6 would be due on the 10th. It's her renter's insurance for $18. 7 is due on the 12th. It's her cable internet for $142. 8 is due on the 13th. It would be electric for $150. 9 is due on the 18th. It would be cell phone for $92. 10 is due on the 24th. That's water sewer. That's even months. And January is an odd month, so nothing is due. Then 11 is due on the 25th. It's her credit card. She just wanted to do her minimum, so it's $115. And then the last one would be due on the 27th. It's her gas bill for their home. That's going to be $50. Let's just make sure we have them all. So 1200 plus 300 plus 150 plus 300 plus 25 plus 18 plus 142 plus 150 plus 92 plus 115 plus 50 equals 2542. And that's the same amount we came up with over here, so we don't have to double check this. Let's draw a line dividing the two paychecks, and then we'll draw a line across the top here. So she wants to pay her rent, so from 1200 she'd subtract 1200. It's going to equal 0. The next bill due would be food, so 300 minus 300, that would be 0. Let's see where she stands from this 1580. 1580 minus 1200 minus 300 equals $80. But she still has all of these bills to pay before her paycheck on the 15th is received. So she does not have enough money to pay her expenses. What should she do? She's going to either need to figure out how to get more money or decrease her expenses or possibly pay some of them late. So looking at her budget, she doesn't need the full amount of food at the beginning of the month. So she's going to divide that in two, and she'll pay $150. So out of the $300, if she pays $150, she'll have $150 left, because 300 minus 150 equals 150. And then she can pay the second half of the month, the 150 out of this 1480 paycheck, and then the 150 minus 150, then she would have 0 left on the food budget. Gasoline, she's not going to need that full amount. She's going to divide that one in two. Gasoline divided by 2 is $75. So out of 150, if she pays 75, she'll have 75 remaining, and then she can pay 75 out of this paycheck. The other spending, a lot of that is not necessary spending, but she does like to have some of that to spend. The important one, it's important to pay her electric bill, her renter's insurance, her trash, so those services don't get cut off and so she doesn't get late fees. She's currently current on her electric bill, so she hasn't paid it late and there's no danger of them getting cut off for her. Let's draw this line right here. These are all the bills before her 15th paycheck. She decides she wants to pay for her trash and her renter's insurance, so there's not going to be any late fees. So let's see where she is with her money. 1580 minus 1200. 1200 minus 1200 is 0. So she subtracts out the 1200 for her rent. She has 380 left. Then she takes out 150 for her food and 75 for her gas for the car. She decided to pay the trash for 25 and the renter's insurance for 18. So let's see where we are right now. Out of 1580, she's paying 1200 for rent, 150 for food, 75 for gasoline, 25 for trash, and 18 for renter's insurance. So she has $112 left. She can't pay any of this in full. Her cable internet is not that important. The electric is definitely more important, but she also needs a little bit of money at the beginning of the month. So she feels like she needs the $60 here. So taking the $60 away, then she would have $52 left. So she'll pay $52 on the electric, and then she'll have 0 left. Let's double. So if she has the 1580, paying the 1200, paying the 150, paying 75, minus 60, minus 25, minus 18, minus 52. And that's all used up. Now we need to figure out what amounts are going to be due on the second half. So 300 minus 60. She has 240 left to pay. So she'll pay 240. 240 minus 240 is 0. These are already at 0. She didn't pay anything this first time, so she's going to bring that over. 142 is due still. She's going to pay it late. So this will be late. And then her electric, out of 150, she's only going to be able to pay 52. So she would have $98 left. And she could pay that with that other paycheck. And then this one will be paid late. And then all of these will be down to 0. And then she has this one to pay. This is nothing. She has 115 to pay here, and she has 50 to pay here. So out of the 1480 on her paycheck from the 15th, she's paying 150, 75, 240, 142, 98, 92, 115, and 50. So she will have $518 remaining out of this paycheck. What should she do with that? Should she pay more on her credit card? She decides that this is all the money she has. She has no emergency fund, so she wants to roll these over to pay February expenses. And she also wants to make a note that these two are paid late. So her cable, internet bill, and her electric were paid late. It's probably going to be, she's thinking possibly a $50 late fee, or at least that's what she's going to budget for in her February budget. In the next video, we're going to go over how Brooke will budget for her February expenses. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Say it with me. You can become a millionaire. I can become a millionaire. We can become millionaires, one budget at a time. Until next time, I wish you well.